Club versus country pay. I hear the same debate every international break. People say it is all honor. I get that. Pride matters. But here's the truth I learned growing up in Manchester, counting coins with my mom and dad. Every call-up moves real money. I dug into FIFA papers and club finance notes. The World Cup in 2022 ran on a total fund of about $1 billion, with roughly $440 million set aside as prize money. Even before a ball rolled, each of the 32 teams earned at least $2.5 million just to be there. That is not small change. That is real cash changing hands. And clubs are not just bystanders. Since May 2012, after a big vote at FIFA Congress, there has been a safety net called the Club Protection Programme. We will get there in a minute. First, I want to map the full journey so you can see who pays, who risks, and who profits. Here is the plan. We start with what players actually get on duty. Then we climb to tournament prize money. After that, we dig into club insurance and club benefit payouts. Then the hidden costs like travel and fatigue. We finish with sponsorship and the big trade-offs. Let's kick off with player pay on duty. Players do get paid to show up. It is not just applause. When a player puts on that shirt, the National Federation sets a pay table. There are match fees for each game, there are bonuses for a draw, and bigger ones for a win. Over a tournament, there are extra bonuses if the team advances. In some friendly games, there's appearance money too. Big matchups can bring six-figure fees to attract a marquee squad. Now zoom out to the big stage. At the World Cup in 2022, each team earned at least $2.5 million for taking part. FIFA announced a total event fund of about $1 billion, and roughly $440 million flowed as prize money. Federations receive those payments, and many share a portion with the players through pre-agreed deals. Not every squad keeps the cash. Some teams choose to donate fees to charities or development programs. I love that. It shows pride and purpose can sit next to pay. But the key point remains. International duty brings real income to the people on the pitch. It adds up across a season. Next, the big question becomes scale. Where does the largest pile of money go once tournaments end and the confetti drops? Let's follow the prize stream. The trophy shines, but the wire transfer might glow even brighter. FIFA's World Cup prize pool in 2022 sat near $440 million. That money got sliced by finishing place. Champions Argentina took home about $47.5 million. Runners-up earned roughly $34.5 million. Quarterfinal teams landed around $18.5 million. Even the teams who left after the group stage received about $10.5 million each. Remember, every qualified team already had that $2.5 million participation slice on top. Here is the twist. Those checks go to national associations, not straight to the players. Federations then divide the pot. Many have bonus rules in writing before the first whistle. A fixed share goes to the squad and staff. The rest supports youth systems, facilities, and future campaigns. When a country wins it all, the player bonuses you hear about usually come from this same pot. As a money nerd and a fan, I see the tension. More wins mean more cash. More cash means harder choices. How much to the players? How much to the program? That tug of war sets the stage for the next issue on the club side. What happens when a star gets hurt on duty and misses months for his team back home? One bad tackle and a season can tilt. The club still owes wages. That used to sting a lot. After years of pressure from clubs, FIFA launched the Club Protection Programme in May 2012. It is a global insurance safety net for injuries on national duty. Here is how it works. If a player is injured while with his country and stays out past 28 days, the program starts to repay the club. It covers the fixed part of salary, taxes included, for up to 365 days. The cap is about $7.5 million per accident per player. It is important to note what it does not cover. No performance bonuses, no one-off fees, no pre-existing conditions or illness, only the base wage. The logic is simple. Clubs must keep paying their players. So compensation flowing back when that player gets injured away from the club feels like the fair outcome. I remember seeing clubs in England furious before this change. Now, at least there is a cushion. But insurance never wipes the slate clean. Rehab still takes time. Team shape shifts. Form dips. The bill for that is hard to price. which is why another stream exists to balance the risk. Clubs also earn payments just for releasing players in the first place. Release a player, get a check. That sounds odd at first, but it is real. FIFA and UEFA set up benefit programs to reward the clubs who supply the talent. For the World Cup in 2022, FIFA set aside about $310 million to share with clubs whose players took part. In Europe, over the cycle from 2020 to 2023, UEFA paid around €233 million to clubs for the Euros and Nations League. Manchester City topped that list with about €5.17 million. Real Madrid sat close behind, near €4.8 million. Even tiny sides felt it. A non-league name like Yorkshire Amateur received roughly €7,300. These payouts are formula-based. The more players a club releases and the more days they are on duty, the bigger the payment. It is a way of saying thank you for developing stars and tolerating the risk. If you enjoy seeing how money really moves in football, hit subscribe to Kickin' Riches. I drop deep dives like this often, and your support keeps me going. Now, even with benefits and insurance, there is a cost you cannot hide with a wire transfer. It rides on the plane home. It sits in tired legs and foggy minds. Let's talk travel and fatigue. Jet lag is silent, but it hits hard. Long flights, tight turnarounds, and extra minutes on heavy pitches add up. I have watched squads return from long trips looking a half step slow. Coaches feel it, data shows it. Crossing several time zones can blunt power and focus for days. Many clubs budget extra staff time after breaks. They run GPS checks, add recovery sessions, and even shift training plans to protect soft tissue. Some stars need 2 or 3 days to feel normal after a journey that crosses 6 or more time zones. This is money too. Extra charter flights and specialists cost real cash. A tired striker can turn a win into a draw. A draw can lower league prize money or bonus triggers. Over a season, that drip turns into a pool. If you were a coach, would you rest your star after a 10-hour flight? I always remember the first time I saw a title chase wobble after an international week. It was not about tactics, it was heavy legs. Clubs know this and they plan around it the best they can. Still, international duty keeps coming, so it helps to see the upside on the other side. Sometimes all this work makes a player worth a lot more. A single night on the world stage can reshape a career, score at a World Cup, lift a Euro trophy. Suddenly, the market looks at you in a new light. Agents call, clubs revalue their assets. A player who shines for country often earns a bigger next contract or commands a higher transfer fee. Football economists even talk about a cap bounce. When caps pile up and form holds, salaries tend to follow. History gives us the pattern. After a big tournament, standout players commonly land deals that are 20 to 50% richer than before. The logic is simple: more eyes, more proof against elite competition, more trust you can carry pressure. For clubs, this can be a win too. A rising star on your books gains millions in market value, even if you never sell. For players, it is a direct line to better pay and better sponsors. I felt this lesson years ago as a student of economics. Big stages set prices, small stages test them. Lean into that idea as we move on. Visibility draws brands the way a porch light draws summer bugs. And national team moments are some of the brightest lights in sport. Time to follow the sponsor money. Jersey logos mean millions, not just for clubs. National teams and players get big checks from brands that want a place on those stages. Federations sign long kit deals and wider sponsor packages. Some of the top contracts run into tens of millions of dollars per year. Think about a major brand on a national shirt for a long window. That is steady fuel for youth programs, travel, and staff. Events draw even more. The World Cup sells global sponsorships to giants across shoes, drinks, payments, and more. Those funds help power the tournament and flow back through the system into national budgets. For players, the halo is real. A breakout month with the national team can lead to a new boot deal or a luxury watch ad. In some cases, endorsement income can rival club wages. This sits on top of prize money and player fees. It is the amplifier. That is why you see campaign shoots, commercial days, and tight media windows around each international break. Brands buy visibility, and the whole ecosystem leans in. If this breakdown helps, drop a like and share it with a friend who loves the business side of the game. Now let's pull everything together and score the final balance sheet. Here is the final scoreboard. No one plays for free. Players collect match fees, win bonuses, and, if it all goes well, a slice of prize money. They also carry risk. Fatigue and injuries can knock momentum or even a full season. Clubs lose time with their stars and still pay wages, but they get a cushion through insurance and release benefits. Federations earn from wins, sponsors, and kit deals, then split some of it with the squad while reinvesting the rest. This balance did not always exist. More than a decade ago, club leaders raged when players came back hurt. One famous complaint talked about clubs getting diddly squat when a national team injury wrecked a campaign. The Club Protection Program and the benefits funds brought real change. Still, they do not touch every loss. A foggy Sunday after a long flight does not file a claim. So the truth is simple. International football runs on trade-offs. Money in, money out. Risk here, reward there. Fans even pay their share through tickets and subscriptions. And yet, the magic of a national anthem and a knockout night pulls everyone back in. We have mapped the flows. Now it is time for the closing whistle and your next step. We traced every paycheck today. Players earn match fees and bonuses. Federations pocket tournament and sponsor money, then share a slice with the squad and put the rest back into the system. Clubs get insurance if a player is injured on duty and benefit payments for releases, but they still carry travel, rehab, and performance costs. Sponsors fuel the stage, and a great international run can boost a player's market value for years. That is the real money map. International football is not free for anyone. It is honor plus money. The myth fades when you follow the cash. If you want more smart, simple breakdowns like this, hit subscribe to Kick and Riches and join our crew. Thanks for watching and thanks for spending time with me. I will leave you with this. What would you change in this balance so the risks and rewards feel fair across players, clubs, and federations? Share your take in the comments. And before you go, tap subscribe so you never miss a fresh deep dive from Kick and Riches. See you in the next one.